The Sega Genesis had a ton of beat 'em ups released from Hyperstone Heist, Streets of Rage 2, or even Golden Axe, but one that you don't see on a lot of top 10 lists is the Punisher, and I'm not so sure why. There are a ton of moves that you can do, from throwing enemies, giving them a rolling kick, or taking them out with the insane amount of weapons here. We're talking guns, baseball bats, axes. There's even a frickin' flamethrower that you could pick up and use. Oh, and your special where you have to jump, press down, and punch to blow up everything below you using your grenade. There's also more complicated moves that you can do by doing the same motion as Ryu's Fireball in Street Fighter. Surprise, surprise, it's a Capcom beat 'em up. There's also certain sections of each stage when the enemies are carrying guns that you get to pull out your pistol and just fire away at all the enemies until you run out of ammo. There is literally no point to this, but hey, you're the Punisher, it's time to blow stuff up. Both Nick Fury and the Punisher have a bit different in animations, but overall are pretty similar. The Punisher isn't stronger, and Nick Fury doesn't move a little faster or anything like that. The sound effects were okay. The Punisher was definitely lacking that Genesis gritty soundtrack that you're probably used to. Give it a listen and see for yourself. It's a real drag that you have to go into the option menus to switch the starting character. Come on, you should be able to dive in, pick your character. If you die and have to use a continue, you press start to continue and move on to your character select like literally every other beat 'em up ever made. It's not rocket science, gosh. And what's up with this bus driver? This reminds me of my favorite episode of Seinfeld where Kramer picks up a severed pinky toe, throws it in a Cracker Jack box full of ice, hops on a bus only to find himself driving the bus in the middle of a stick-up. The Punisher is one of those, if you want to get the good ending, you gotta play it on the other difficulty games. I first put it on easy, and watch how the Kingpin just laughs at you, taunting you to come back on the normal mode. These types of games drive me nuts. They could have easily made the enemies take less damage, or give you more health, instead of cutting the game short, giving you the giant middle finger and resetting the game on you. Playing it on hard was really tough. I found that I kept running out of time, and that was just no fun at all. Some of the areas just have a ridiculously low time set, and found myself just taking a death out of nowhere to notice the timer ran out. The Punisher is actually a port of the arcade release that was done by Sculptured Software. A lot of video game magazines didn't rate the Punisher too highly when it was first released, claiming that the graphics compared to the arcade game as not even close. Well, duh, what'd you expect? That's like saying Scottie Pippen is as good as Michael Jordan, which might be why the Punisher is so goddamn expensive if you're even lucky enough to find a copy. The Punisher is overall a solid choice for a beat 'em up on the Sega MegaDrive. If you're into Marvel Comics or have played Streets of Rage or Golden Axe to death, give Punisher a chance. I'm the Retro Kingpin, thanks for watching.